Hi, I'm Rob Lee, a classically trained producer, and here to help you make engaging music. And in today's video, we are going to be trying to understand melodic structure using a track by Prince. And the track that we're going to look at today by Prince is called I Wanna Be Your Lover. And I want to thank someone who posted in the comments previously who said that they wanted me to do a little bit of a look at this one. So here we go. So I'm looking at my DAW. I've imported the audio of I Wanna Be Your Lover into my DAW. I'm using Logic, but you can do this in any DAW you like. I've set the tempo to, I think it's 117 BPM or something like that. I've made it fit to the grid just so that it's easy to deal with this melodic structure. And the section that we're going to be looking at today is actually the first verse section. And in all, it's actually 16 bars long. So yeah, we're going to be looking at it. I've got a little MIDI object here that is 16 bars long, so we can have a look. So first up, let's listen to it and see how we might want to divide up this melody. Let's have a listen. Okay, so there it is, 16 bars of verse melody. So how might we understand the structure? Well, you know, it's quite hard to sort of just break it over 16 bars. So if we break it down into small chunks, we can see what Prince is actually doing here. And if you really listen, it's kind of really obvious that it's occurring in like 2-bar chunks. And one of the features of this melody is his use of anacrusis. And anacrusis just means a melody that begins just before the downbeat. And you can see here, like, I've got bar 9 as my sort of downbeat, because obviously tracks sort of working in 8-bar sections. So that means the beginning of bar 9 would be the main downbeat of the next section. And you can see I've actually made it start a little bit before, because that's just where the melody falls. So it's called an anacrusis. So let's have a look and just chuck it into different into its 2-bar sections. Okay, so now we've got these 2-bar sections, we can sort of try and figure out which ones are similar and which ones are not. So let's have a look. Oh, did you notice that this section and this section are pretty much almost this? Oops, get rid of that. Are almost the same. So let's give them the same colour. Let's carry on. There's another one that sounds a bit like this one and this one. Let's give it the same colour. Okay, so we've already noticed that there are sort of 3 of these sections here that all sound, if not exactly the same, very similar. Let's call them our A section. Then let's listen to these in between ones and see if they're similar at all. Yeah. actually, really, if you really listen carefully, you might notice that this one is only a tiny bit different to these other two here. And it's and really just for the purposes of this video, I think I want to really sort of zoom out a little bit and not go into loads of detail. So we won't be using A apostrophes at this point yet. And this, let's call this our B section. So so far we've got A, B, A, B, A, B. So what's going on at the end here? Let's have a little listen. Is that anything to do with... I mean, rhythmically similar, but not exactly the same, is it? So that can be a different section altogether. Let's call that C. And then this section. Does it have anything in common with... Well, again, it sort of starts the same way as section B, a little bit like how this C section is kind of rhythmically got some little bit in common with the A section, but it's not really. So let's call this section D and give it its own color. I'm gonna call it D. So we can see straight away that this melody's got this kind of A, B, A, B, A, B, C, D structure, and it's kind of really just clear, isn't it, that his use of repetition is to draw us in, and that at the end of the 16 bars he changes it, he breaks the pattern to increase the tension, and that's exactly what happens. It keeps us wanting to listen. And actually earlier on I did kind of do a quick transcription of this melody, and it sounds a bit, and it's easy once you've done you figured out what the structure of the melody is. It's kind of easy then to sort of figure out what the notes are, because you only have to really transcribe 2 or 3 sections, so it becomes way easier. So here's my transcription anyway. I'll let you listen to it whilst it's playing. Beautiful. Okay, I hope you found this video useful. Hit like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.